us on with this conversation on youth and entrepreneurship.
Sure.
Thank you for your time.
Asante.
All right, so for where you sit, how did you even start the business that you are doing right now?
Okay, number one, I'll say Wangeshi Waroi is a go-getter. Wangeshi Waroi really believes in herself. And as it is, everybody starts a business with a view of making profit because you want to make money. So when I decided to start a business, I had tried some few things here and there until now I decided I wanted to do car hire business. So for every person, even the ones who are employed today, they are all looking forward to be entrepreneurs or to get into business. And the main aim is to make more money, or rather that is profit. So that was drive number one, because I believed I can do it, and I believed I had all it takes for someone to start a business and run with it. Yes.
All right. And now with the current environment, many youths are getting into entrepreneurship. And what are the do's and don'ts, especially when you're starting a business? Because someone starts a business and then 2 months down the line, they close shop. So what are the do's and don'ts?
Now, for you to be an entrepreneur, number one, we always say entrepreneurs are risk takers. Before you get into business, number one, you must have planned for it. You cannot just wake up today and say, I'm going to do business, because now you will fail, of course. So for you to start a business, number one, what plan do you have? You have to plan for it. Number two, which business do I want to start? And then from there, have I done enough research? Because I cannot see somebody running a car hire today and tomorrow I want to run mine. Or I think this person is doing so well in this business and now I want to wake up tomorrow and start business. So for youths, and not only youths, for anyone who want to start a business, number one, plan yourself well. Number two, do you have the business that you want to run? If yes, number two, do a lot of research before you get into it, because it will be very bad. I have my money today, get into business which I've not researched about, which I don't know much about, and then 1-2 months I want to close because maybe my expectations were not met. Reason being, you never did your own research, or you did it because other people are doing it. So what I would want to tell anyone who want to get into entrepreneurship, plan yourself well. Number two, research on the business that you want to do. Make sure you have all the information on your fingertips, even if it's to look for some consultants to help you know where to start and how to go about it. Yes.
All right. And now moving on, you are a lady in the car hire business. How is it?
Actually, that has really surprised so many people that already can get into car hire business, the most risky business people think of, and she's making it in the country. Let me tell you, car hire, it's not an easy business because risks are so many. But like I told you before I got into it, I had done enough research to know all the risks associated with this. I sat with somebody who was running a car hire, so at least I was able to get some tips. Then number one, I had to think of how am I going to mitigate these risks. And then from there, I've grown slowly by slowly. So it is step by step. So when you see Bright Steps car hire services, it is something I decided to start from the scratch and grow slowly by slowly. Car hire is the most risky business somebody can ever talk of. But I can tell you, have laid down strategies of how to get around this thing.
Even as you lay down the strategies, we as a country, do we have policies that are supporting entrepreneurship?
What I can say, sometimes entrepreneurs, you feel like you are on your own. Actually, I run several businesses, not only car hire. So I can tell you, not only speaking so much about car hire, there are other businesses that I run. I'm in fast moving goods, I'm in consultancy world, you know, all these things I do. And I can tell you, when you ask of policies that are there to support entrepreneurs, I think it is you as an individual. As much as we say government is there to support us, you as an entrepreneur, you're the one to know, how will I run this business? How will I help myself? But what I can say, insurances are there. which really supports us in case of theft or anything. We also talk of the government agencies which are there. For example, like us in the car hire, we really work with DCI. You cannot work without them. So what I can say regarding the business that you're running, you need to look at what is present for you, what can you use to help you run your business well. But you as an entrepreneur, it is you, the buck stops at you, everything is on you. Sit down, think of, if I want this, which institution should I visit? If I want this, how will I get help? But if you sit down, wait for you to get help from outside because you think they are there, you are doomed and you will fail miserably.
All right, and also how do we expand? For example, you as an entrepreneur, how do you think the informal sector can be expanded even more to support the young person who is finishing campus and they want to get into their own business?
I think how we can help these people, especially the young ones who want to get to entrepreneurship and also in the informal sectors, you may find some people with very good ideas, Kelvin, very good ideas, but what they lack is capital. For example, even you seated there, maybe you have a very good business idea, but you feel it needs a lot of my input. How will I get help? Number one, I would say if we can come up a way of helping youths on how to access funds. Like now I've had, there are some funds we are expecting for youths. Is it Hustler Fund or
Hustler
how is
Fund.
it called? Yes. If we are able to give that to youths, let's have an institution where you will come listen to these people's ideas, because some people have very good ideas, but to begin is the problem because they don't have capital, they don't have money. You go to the banks, you want some financing, but they tell you we need your bank statement, we need this and this, and you do not have. So at the end of the day, you sit on your ideas. So if we can come up with an institution that is open, you allow youths who have ideas, let them come share their ideas, and then if it's financing, finance them. And even if they will come maybe to refund that, give them a grace period and then give them the rules which they will have to follow for them to access this and how they will repay it. I think it will be very good because most of the youths who are out there, some of them have very good ideas, but where is the finance? Where will they get money to start off? And some have already started. It's good, but then you find maybe the demand is overwhelming them and they don't have the finances to help them meet the demand. So it's not that it's not there, it's there. Even the joakali sector, very good, but I'm telling you, Kevin, the only big problem is finances to the youths. Yes.
And also you've spoken about the joakali sector, and when we look at the joakali sector, not very many people really would want to just start there immediately because the joakali sector, you know, is I can say quote unquote a dirty business. So what can you say, the experience that you've had and looking at the joakali sector, is there opportunity there? A lot of opportunities?
A lot of opportunities. Let me tell you, I always say this and people laugh at me. As Wangeshi with my two hands, I can do anything. I didn't start where I am today. And I was telling somebody when I started KTN one car, it is my car that I converted to business. And that time, I'm the one who was checking the oil. You could find me changing the tire because patience pays. And it is step by step. And actually, money is in joakali sector. Let me be honest with you. I've worked with people at Kirinyaga Road because my offices are at Paramount Plaza. That's where we run the car hire. So our garages, our whatever, getting the spare parts, it's at Grogon. And when you go there, you find so many people there. People have skills. You go down to Gikomba, you go down to Kamukonji, you find these businesses people think don't have money, they have a lot of money. But what happens, you start somewhere, get dirty at the beginning, but as you grow, you will find now you employing other people to do that work for you as you are going expanding and opening other opportunities. So let people not say white collar jobs are the jobs, or think I cannot go get dirty. If I never started with changing tires myself because I could not afford an employee, I would not be where I am today. If I could not check that oil until it reached to a point I'm able to bring in a mechanic, I'm able to bring somebody to service my car, I'm able to bring somebody to be at the front office. But you have to start somewhere. Actually, that's where money is. Yes, you go down there and you find, if you allow yourself to get into it and you do not choose jobs, at the end of the day, that's why even in colleges, I'm also a director at Vision Institute of Professionals, and now we are also teaching so much about these things. Not only the white collar jobs, we do CPAS. People want to know, I want to be an accountant. But we also have these down, the TVET courses for the ones who want to get dirty, carpentry, everything. Because now that's where we are heading, all of us. We all cannot be in the offices. So if people will allow themselves to get dirty at the beginning, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you will be looking back and you're like, is it me? I'm sure even the ones who are watching me today and they know where I started, they know what I'm talking about. The joakali sector is the place to be. If you found me at Marikiti, me wearing gumboots and hakabuti selling tomatoes, you will know what I'm talking about. So we all start somewhere. Let people agree. For example, youths want to just get money and be up there. But if you allow yourself to move, if you see me calling my businesses Bright Steps, it's because I know it is a step at a time. Sometimes frustration, sometimes you feel like you can give up. But why would you give up? There's a lot of potential in us. Self-belief. Believe in yourself and you'll go very far.
Thank you so much for